The US Marshals had been working on a tip from a confidential source that had been called in about 2 days ago, and we had been working it for the last 48 hours. The US Marshals called Louisville Police Department, where Danny Lott was reported to have been, and Louisville Police Department took Danny Lott into custody about 12 o'clock this afternoon in Louisville.
Without incident?
Without incident. To the best of my knowledge at this point, Danny Lott is cooperating and giving us some information. A little over half of the money that he fled with has been recovered. And like I said, this has been a joint cooperative effort with Abilene PD, the US Marshals in Fort Worth, Austin, and Abilene, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Austin PD, Louisville PD. Everybody has taken this case very seriously, has been very professional and diligent in working this case, and as a result, like I said, Danny Lott was arrested about 12 o'clock this afternoon.
What was he doing in Louisville? Do you have any contacts there, any ties there?
From what I understand, and it's still under some investigation at this point to see if additional charges will be pressed, but he was just living with an acquaintance that he had known for a while, and we're still trying to find out if that individual had any knowledge of Danny's warrants and if he had been helping him at all. But basically he was just laying low and hiding out.
And where is he now?
He is at the Louisville Police Department, and he will be turned over to the US Marshals there, taken before a federal judge there for an initial appearance, and then transported back to Abilene in the near future.
What are his charges? What is he charged with altogether?
Altogether, without looking at it, I can give you a summary. I believe he had 5 counts of child pornography charges. He had an assault, aggravated assault charge out of Austin. He had a burglary of a habitat out of Austin and a failure to appear warrant with the US Marshals out of Abilene. The state charges in Austin were adopted by the West Texas US Marshals Task Force and were being worked as a joint task force case. I think there will be some additional charges pending on some other fraud charges. At this time, it's still under investigation. Any other questions?
How would you describe this search or manhunt? Is this like any other one that y'all have done, or how would you describe this one?
This one was a little bit different than people that I usually go after. A lot of what Danny Lott had done was very thought out. He had done several things to try to throw off the investigation. Not to mention the fact that he had $25,000 or $50,000 cash to start out running with. It made a big difference in it. But like I said, through the joint efforts of everybody involved, when the US Marshals, when we were out of town and he originally took off, Abilene Police Department took over the case and started the investigation on that part. And then when the US Marshals got back, information was turned over to them, and it was a well-run investigation on everybody's part. And like I said, as a result, this is what happens when law enforcement works together.
Were you surprised to find him in Texas?
You know, not really. I tried not to limit myself as to where he would be. We knew different things that would keep him in at least the U.S. And I had some tips and some information that he had done some other things in Louisville. He had rented a storage building there when he fled. So he had some ties to that area. But like I said, we usually don't get real surprised when we find them. We're just glad that we find them. Okay, any more questions? Do y'all have anything to say?
Unless they have any questions.
He was armed, right? When you guys were initially looking for him, was he armed when you found him?
To my knowledge, he was not armed when we found him, but they are still currently doing a search of the residence and trying to find the weapon that he used in Austin. And yes, he was considered armed and dangerous.
By residence, do you mean the storage unit, or do we know it was in the storage unit?
No, he was actually residing at a townhouse in Louisville.
Okay. Do we know it was in the storage unit yet?
The storage unit had been emptied like the 16th of last month. It had been emptied. All right.
And I guess any word on why his truck showed up in Oklahoma City?
That's still under investigation. I mean, we have some statements that he's made to us involving that, but like I said, at this point, I can't make a statement on that because it's under investigation. All right.
Thanks, sir.
All right. We appreciate your help, Lynn. Thank you.
Enjoy.